Hello, everyone. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian fishing for spin fishing series. So today's episode 21. I've actually already caught a grayling. I started this episode earlier and then realized my microphone wasn't working. So coming back here and just kind of restarting here. It is raining at Belaya, so I'm going to actually go over to Winding. I'm going to go ahead and sell that one fish, and we're going to go over to Winding. I find Belaya to be extremely slow when it's raining, and I actually cast about 6 times and didn't get any fish after that one, or any decent fish after we caught the good grayling there. So figured I'd come back here to Winding. We haven't been here in a while, and figured we could keep moving forward here. So I didn't look at the cafe at Winding, obviously. It's about noon in game, so we'll run down here to our spot and see what we can catch. So I'll probably aim to put, I think I still have some grasshoppers. I'll probably put the grasshoppers back on the bottom rods and have them try and go for some chubs as well. But might be a slow day as far as silver goes. We'll see. But it's probably going to be better coming down here than it would be staying back up at Belaya. Alright, so I want to switch this. We'll put a 14 on with a grasshopper. You know what? I'm going to try a big hook with a grasshopper. We're going to use a size 1 with a grasshopper and a 12 clip. On that one. This one has a 16 on it. I want to put a 14 with a grasshopper. Let's go for a 15 clip. Honestly, I think a 15 clip is what I wanted. I just couldn't remember. And we'll try the green spiker to start. Gotta remember which direction the river flows. This one goes left to right. Belaya's been right to left, so that's what my brain's been in. And I want to slow down my retrieval because I was going a little bit faster. Looks like it's a pretty warm day here at Winding as well. That's a pike. Take that. Then a roach. Yep, roach on grasshopper on the smaller hook. And the further cast. And I picked up the wrong rod. Meant to take out my spin rod. Switching over to the kilo. Let's see if that does anything different. Got us a tiny fish. Okay. A spin fishing bleak. Usually that's a float fishing catch. That's why I was a little bit surprised. Looks like a reasonable catch over there on rod 2. Small chub. Decent chub here. Marker. Fish on right away. Not an amazing one though. If I didn't say it, today's goal is really just grind up some silver. I did some testing and poking around between episodes on a different account. The line I'm looking, or I was reading chat as I was talking. The reel I'm looking at is about 1,200 silver and is a 10 kilogram reel. So I would need a different rod for it as well. So I'm looking at about 1,500 silver. I'd like to have that before we get to level 16. That's possible. Level 16 is what unlocks quarry, and I'd like to have one better rod and reel before I get to quarry at least. And I was actually using that that reel on another account and having a lot of fun with it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to aim for here. Another decent marker chub on bottom. So I may do a little bit more targeted cafe orders to try and get that silver. That's a nice chub. almost up to 20% on bottom fishing. Saw that out of the corner of my eye. Belaya will get a lot of lake trout and char that are in the 5 to 10 kilo range and can easily pull 10 plus kilos. So this reel will work. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Taking the upgraded Lacerti off of one of the bottom rods there, off rod 1, will probably be what I do is I use one of those and then the 10 kilogram reel as well too. I'll need to buy a bigger rod to support that. They don't have a bigger spin fishing rod. If I remember correctly, that's a 5 kilo reel and it's a 4,000, so I can't use it on either of the ones I have anyway. This one's, that's a 5.5 kilo reel. Hello, big fish. I think it's actually 5.4 or 5.3. I can't remember exact. Used to be 5.5, and then with the latest update, they went to the nearest tenth of a kilo rather than the nearest half kilo. Either way, it's bigger than this rod can support, so I'll have to get 2 rods, a reel, some line, and maybe 2 leaders. But we'll see how that goes when we get there. Got a ways to go before we'll get there. That's a nice chub. 1.1 kilo chub. When it gets nighttime, I may run up to the cafe and take a quick look at what is in the cafe, see if it's worth going for a rough order. We'll play it a bit by ear. I also didn't grab my free food here, and probably should have. Another good chub here. Just short of a kilo. I think today may be slow on experience. I think silver may be a decent rate of return, but I think experience may be a little bit slow today, not getting graylings or things like that. But if we keep it up with these 1 kilo chubs, it'll be a great day. At least I'm guessing this is another 1 kilo-ish chub. Yep. This one's a little bit bigger. This one might be 1.5 kilos. Yeah, 1.25 kilos. Another immediate bite. Just to the right of the tree there has been a pretty good spot. Hello, good fish. Over on the bottom rod there, too. Hope that's still on. It is. That's a big chub. 1.3, up to 20% on bottom fishing. $15 fish in 6 hours, not bad at all. And another one. They've all been pretty decent too. This looks like a perch. It's like a marker perch. Yep. Another good one. Really good one. Looked like a chub there when it jumped out of the water. Don't think we're looking at a trophy here, but might have been a pike actually. I saw what looked like a yellow tail. Pike. Big pike too. I'll take that. 1.6 kilo pike. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not a huge pike, but for us, that's a good pike. Decent common roach. Actually curious, how big do the pike get here? Winding at 10 kilograms for overall. And US is 8-ish. Nothing super, well, 10 and 8. $18 fish, 7 hours, not a bad day. I think most of those have been markers. I want to say 15 of the 18 have been markers. 1, 2, oh, I forgot about the random bleak. 3, 4, 5. 13 of the 18 have been markers. I still think it was the right decision coming back here to Winding instead of fishing at a rainy Belaya. Especially since I did look at the cafe at Belaya and it was pretty much all Crucian Gibble orders. So with a little bit of luck here, we'll have either a decent 1 kilo chub order or there'll be a rough order that we can go after. I do want to get into more pike fishing, especially as we level up and get some bigger equipment, better equipment, and the ability to use different types of rods and reels. That's a small chub. I am going to run back over to the cafe and take a quick look at what is up here. Just because I want to know so I can make a decision on what we should do. Always look at the cafe. I've been making the mistake of not doing so. Always look at the cafe when you first log in or when you first travel to a water body that you know you're going to fish so that you can decide what you want to fish on. Because cafe orders can change your plan easily if there is a good one. Granted, Winding and Mosquito don't usually have super big cafe orders as far as silver output. It can still be worthwhile to plan around what they give you. So cafe, sleeper, there is a rough order, 2 44-gram ones. That shouldn't be too bad. There's a Xander order, which would be interesting to go after. Big Xander, though, and a Volga Xander. Other than that, we got 2 of the 4 Roach. Okay. I may still go after the rough order tonight. But while I'm up here, I might as well grab my free food, too. What has Xander been biting on here? Fish pieces and lures we don't have yet. And weekly Xanders. Spoon or balsamino and crankbait. Okay. I don't know if we can. I'm not gonna buy a lure. Stay on track, Tucker. We need silver. Get to quarry. Then we can catch a bunch of fish at quarry and make our silver back to buy a little more in different lures. That's the hard part about spin fishing is it's so easy to get distracted and go buy a new lure at the tackle store. That's why I try and have a plan every time I set up for what I want to do for the day before I actually start. It is getting to be nighttime. The rough order wasn't amazing. It was only 2 for 11. But I think what I might do is stay here and spin fish and try and get the rough order here as well too. Usually the pond's the best spot, but I think still staying here makes sense. That's what I'm gonna do. Since it's only 2 44-gram The two marker rough, basically. Let's reel this bad boy in. Get it to have a 22 hook on this one with the one red worm we have. And oops. Set my mouse down and it kept sliding there. I have ordered me a new mouse. I'll get it on Wednesday. This one's not a bad mouse, it's just I'm starting to notice some carpal tunnel type stuff from one of my fingers, and this weekend I used a mouse I've used on my other computer for years, and it didn't give me the carpal tunnel stuff, so ordered a second one of those. Decent chub there. Size 20 hook with worms. I can already feel just the way my hand lays on this mouse. No, I mean, it's a good mouse. It's just however it is with my hand does not work. I'm getting a new one that's got a few more buttons on it. Getting a 9-button mouse so that I can control things a little bit more. This one's a 6. Is that a perch? Switch the quiver tip out of bait because we only had the one red. Now I have 2. If we catch something, we may switch one or both of those rods over to red worms. Gram rough. Nice rough. I might have just ran out of tea. I did. I'm gonna have to buy some tea between episodes. Mainly because I know you all don't want to watch me brew tea 100 times. Or 10 times. This means I'm not going to dig anymore today until I can get more tea. This spiker does not seem to be doing anything here at night. So I'll switch back to the Keela after I grab that one fish on rod 1. Crawdad? Yeah. Ooh. That's a rare fish. Here, I'll take it. Not what I expected to grab. But you notice that was a non-marker and still 500 experience points because of how rare it is. And it's the first one we've ever caught. I'm getting further away. Landed about where the rod tip is, and I would rather land about where the rod tip is now. That's better. At least more in line with what I want. Downside is the rough fishing's been rough. One of those, I knew I was going to say something stupid and just couldn't think of a better way to say it. It's interesting that those rods weren't tight either, though. I wonder if that was playing into it. I bet it was. That Donut's rough was not a bad one. If a global weekly's 291, we got a 50. It was a week. So we'll see. I don't know if OBS is messing up or not, but I was just looking up and it didn't look like my mic was working. Did a quick pause there. Probably missed about a minute or two to test my mic and it looked okay. Did want to record me saying test a couple times. River mussel, there might have been a mussel. Alright, I don't know what's going on with my microphone today. I think I need to just reboot everything. But it cut out for at least a second time on me today. Just had to pause and unplug it and plug it back in. That's a tiny chub. We'll see what we get here. I still need one more normal rough. You got time for it. But overnight here has been pretty slow. Nothing on spin fishing whatsoever. Microphone cut out again there, so I may cut this episode a little short and either do a second recording or something. As our last red worm. I would like to get one more 44-gram rough before the night ends here. And I decide to go reboot or whatever I'm going to do for my microphone. It's weird because I hear the sound also kind of stutter on my headphones when the microphone starts acting up as well too. So I think it's system wide. All right, folks, I'm back. I'm not exactly sure how the first part of this episode is going to sound. My USB microphone kept cutting in and out, so I rebooted and I've been kind of testing things for the past few minutes, and things look better overall. But we did miss most of the morning here, so gotten 40 silver so far today. I think I'm going to go back to Belaya and just see how things go for the rest of the day there. Before I go, I do want to grab my food here. And I kind of talked about this maybe if it recorded, and I don't know if it did or didn't. honestly. But here's the reel I'm looking at. I do need to be level 16 to use it. It's just shy of 1200, and it gets me basically a 10-kilo reel. And then I haven't really looked too much into rods to support it yet, but that's kind of where I'm aiming for, is going to be that 10 kilogram range, and then we'll have to look through rods and reels from there. But that needs at least 1200 silver. Right now we're at 700, so we need 500 silver plus probably another few hundred to afford the rod. Let's see if it's still raining over here at Belaya. It may be, it may not be. The forecast showed it could be. It is. We'll see what we can catch here. But as you can see, just all bottom fish except for that perch order. Float fish there, bottom, bottom, rare bottom. I mean, super rare trophy asp, 9 kilogram for 500 silver. We're not going to get that. So, let's just try our usual spots here for a little bit, so that I at least get hopefully some form of a decent recording. Again, I'm not entirely sure how first part of the recording is going to sound. I'll listen through it here. I have not. I just came right back in and started recording again. Since everything looked pretty good, I'll listen through it and see what I want to do, whether it's just going to be music through the first half or what. Had a lot of problems with my microphone earlier. So we'll get these both cast back out. I don't have a clip on this one. I've got a clip on it. I don't want to clip. And we'll go from there. So those are set up. Let's go do a couple of spin fishing casts. Don't exactly know how long the last chunk was. I may be able to tell. I was in and out so many times trying to figure out what was going on with the microphone. About 40 minutes, so I got about 20 minutes of time here. Oh yeah, I ran out of tea. Forgot about that. Probably should have bought that while I was back at Belaya. So, we'll see how things go today. It's one of the downsides of recording an online game is I can't go back and record the last half hour if it's crappy. I didn't catch anything major. A couple good chub. You know, if you play Minecraft or something like that, you can just restore your world and come back to it like nothing happened. But an online game like this, you can't. And maybe everything recorded fine. I don't know. Just giving you all an idea of what's going through my head right now. Decent grayling here. Marker 500 XP. Probably fish till it gets dark and then call it a day. Stitch the two chunks together. Listen to the first chunk. Especially when at least OBS was showing my microphone cutting in and out. Was noticing a lot of weird stuff too. My speakers, my headphones were cutting in and out as well too, and they don't run on USB, so that's why I went ahead and just rebooted my whole PC. Not sure if something just went wonky there. It's been a few days since I rebooted. And I'm recording on a laptop, so there's been a couple times it's gone to sleep between the last time I rebooted it and now, so who knows. Don't trust Windows sleep mode too much. I should have just rebooted when that happened. I know this morning it was sleep instead of online. Try an Aquila for a little bit. Yeah, got a bite at least. Not an amazing fish, but it's at least a fish of some kind. Tiny, tiny grayling. Almost one I should have thrown back. Still have no tea. Still tried to drink tea. That's why I was saying slot and empty in the bottom right corner as I pressed number 4 on my keyboard, which is supposed to drink tea. Saw my comfort was in the red. And out of habit, tried to drink. You hear the bottom rods starting to make noise, so let's go see what we got on there. I think it's on. Yeah, it's on. It's a small fish. Oh, you know what? I forgot to switch my hooks. I'm on size 20 and 22 hooks. That's why we got nothing until now. Tiny bleak. A 14 on this one with semolina. Interesting, a bleak on semolina. Usually they're a fly bloodworm fish. Some form of meat rather than a dough bait. Got our size 1 hook on this one. This is our upgraded reel and line. So those are back out. We'll see if they do anything useful for another couple hours in game. I'm not going to fish a couple hours today. last minute fish. I don't know if you saw it come up and bite. Small chub, almost not worth it. But it's XP. Not worth it from a silver perspective for sure. You hear the bottom rods jingle jangling. One of them. Reel was clicking while I was holding shift. Now this should be a decent fish by the looks of it. Looks like a good crucian. 439 gram crucian. Folks have been saying down here have been good. Earlier, when I first tried to start the recording and noticed my microphone cut out, he caught about a 1 kilo grayling down here. So come down here, try it a couple times, and see how things go. They were using what I saw on VK was a 29 retrieval, and more on the spiker lures, so I'll probably switch back over to that. But with the rain, I don't know. Decent grayling there, though. I can barely hear the bottom rods from here. Another almost 1 kilo grayling. That's 11 silver. Somewhere around there. So we got an 11 silver before I left Belaya the first time, 40 silver at Winding, and we'll see what we get here. Second time at Belaya. We'll see what's on the bottom rod. Doesn't need to make noise. The reason I'm being a little bit aggressive on the bottom rods is, at least before I left, all of the FA orders were bottom rod type fish. Decent roach. Tiny something. Another bleak. It is. Marker bleak on bottom fishing. Now, this isn't my size 1 hook. My size 14 or 16. I think it's a 14. That size 14 hook. Bleak usually go for tiny hooks, 20s, 22s, 24s. This is the rod that has the big hook on it. Crappy crucian. Let's go see if we can't catch a couple more fish before I call it here. There was something on for a second there. Yeah, this isn't amazing, but it's probably a marker grayling. If it's a grayling. Nope, 250 gram brown trout. Not good, not bad. Bet the rain may be starting to die down. Supposed to die down today in game. Just kind of saw the fog flicker in and out for a second. Usually that means something's changing. Work laptop's getting emails. It's probably going to be the last cast for me. Here's something on the bottom rod as well too, so we'll go reel those in. Don't expect this to be my best episode, especially with the technical difficulties I had during the first half. At least I think I had. This is a reasonable fish. I don't know if it's a good fish, but it's definitely a reasonable one. Looks like a gibble. Definitely a marker. 600 gram gibble. Of course, I'm giving up right as the sun's coming up, but I got something I gotta do for that 4-letter W word. See if we got anything for the cafe. We'll sell that one crucian. 4 big gibbles. We only got 1. No burbot, no bream. 7 big roaches. We only got 1. Perch, we didn't get any, so nothing major there. Not the tent I want. Not the fish dryer. Fish market. Another 20 silver, so 40, 50, 70 silver today. Again, not my best day, but not entirely surprised either. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I hope everyone has a good one, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Lines, have a good one. Bye-bye now.